The email now comes into my phone.
Hi. It's in the curfew line again. Here we are, and imagine with all this curfew going on, we're actually able to have someone joining us today from Guyana, and I'm so
Yay!
excited. We have Miss Laura Batson from Guyana, and she's going to join
Hi.
us in the curfew line today. Well,
Yeah.
welcome, Laura.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here in the curfew line with you and with all the viewers. I just want to say hello to you all, and it's nice being here.
Great, that's wonderful. So we're going to get straight into it because we want to find out as much as we can about each other, and we want to know about Miss Laura Batson and her journey and her business. And I've been seeing some things on, but I'll talk about that when it's my turn to talk about you. But for
Yeah.
now, you tell us a bit about you and your company.
Well, yeah. So I am Laura Batson, as Deborah would have just mentioned. I am the owner of a company called Tus Food. Tus is actually a Spanish word. It's translated year. So I was thinking about captivation when I was giving my company a name, and I wanted it to be something like if you want to call it prophetic. So it must have this captivation that when it goes out there, people must know that this belongs to them, and they must just come get it. So my company is Tus Food, and my slogan is the only taste you should know. So it has lived up to its name and the standard. So I'm grateful, and this is on the feedback of the people. I am the second of four siblings. I'm the second of five children. I have four siblings, and I I realized that I have the desire and the passion for business when I was around the age of 18. I decided that yes, this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go at it hard. I'm going to go at it head on. So going through business, it has brought me to a place where I've learned so much, the ins and outs, the ups and downs, and it is just teaching me more and more to just be creative as I go through the journey of business. So that's a little bit about me. And Tus Food is a company that manufactures and distributes that is into catering. It's a food company holistically. So we are into manufacturing and distribution, food handling and processing. So we cater to and tend to birthday parties and weddings and all the events that you may have that you're not able to cook for when the numbers are large. And we also are into interior decorating and event planning and organizing. So we have touched quite a few corners in the area of service and delivery when it comes to Tooth Food.
Okay, nice. And you get to say when you met me or under what conditions you would have met me.
Oh, meeting, I can say certainly that meeting Deborah was a blessing because how it all happened. We were somehow in the same group. We were in a group called the Fearless Entrepreneurs, but we didn't quite connect, so to speak, because I didn't know that there was someone by the name of Deborah, and Deborah didn't know that there was someone by the name of Laura. However, the the creator of the group, Miss Samantha Gooden, she had established a program. And through that program, it kind of niched down the persons, the members in the group a little bit.
Yeah.
And after we esteemed the program that she was offering, we both were signed up for it. And through that program, Deborah and I met in a closer way, and we've been riding the line, connecting with each other, supporting each other through posts and messages and encouragement and all these kind of things. So from then, that's in last November of 2019, I met Deborah, and it has been quite a journey since. And one of the things I want to point out is that I can remember when Deborah did her very first live. I think you were in your office. No, it wasn't. You were at home
Hmm.
and you were in the dark. You were in the dark. You didn't want the lights on. You were so camera shy. And from then to now, I have seen Deborah mature into someone phenomenal. That Deborah is hosting the curfew line now and calling other people out in the spotlight. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And for those of you who are going to
Amazing.
be, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Laura. And for those of you who may not have known about a Charter House Audio Tours before, we offer you an awesome experience of visiting Barbados, or if you are local, we offer you an awesome experience of learning some more about your island. And really and truly it's about experiences and learning, and more so than anything else, also getting to hang out with me or one of the other tour guides. Great tour guides. They're really really awesome young lady and young gentleman. And we will tell you all about
yeah,
the various parts of the island. Today, I will tell you a bit about the island tour. It's pretty much customized. So it's what you want to do, where you want to go. That's what that tour is about. And then when you determine where you want to go, then I add the little bit of spices to the tour. Okay, because we know that there are areas that you have heard about before and you will always want to go visit. So we're not going to take that away from you, but then we
nice.
give you the little extras. So that's what Chala House Audio Tours is all about, giving you the experience. Actually, our logo or slogan is actually, we're more than a tour, we're an experience, because that's what it is. Everybody can
Wow.
tell you about this statue or this particular space, but we kind of bring it alive or personalize it, excuse me, from our point of view. So as Laura said, we met in the chat in the group Fearless Entrepreneurs, and with our completely amazing, fabulous leader, Samantha Gooden. And she has just been
Yeah.
pushing and pushing and pushing us beyond our comfort zone. So that live,
Yes.
as Laura mentioned, I had done lives before, but what made that live different is that I was not talking, I was revealing myself, and I revealed myself in singing that song my way. And I did that because I've always been told, oh, you can't sing, so that was my breakout point, to do something that people told me I couldn't do, and do it in a big way on Facebook. But I wasn't awake enough. One of the reasons too, in addition to me being too shy to come on to sing, one of the reasons
Yeah.
was that I was actually in bed when I felt Samantha like saying, do it now. So I
Do it
just
now.
literally
Yeah.
turned over and did it. And I
I
think that's
realize
one of the
that.
reasons why I couldn't really turn on the lights, because I was already in bed. Right. So that's
So I
how
remember
myself,
that.
yes, that's how myself and Laura met. And I must say, I am very, very proud of Laura. I remember that first time seeing her on the screen in one of our online sessions with Samantha. And to see Laura now is like, yeah.
Wow.
And if it seems as though we are really bigging up Samantha Gooden, she really, if you're in any kind of struggle as an entrepreneur, because her focus is women entrepreneurs, her focus is for women entrepreneurs. Um, just go and check her out on Facebook or online.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
offers so much free information and free encouragement as well. If you can't pay, you can still get so much value, because I think pretty much, Laura, we got a lot of the value for free
Yeah.
before we
She's
even
always
paid for
there to
that
help.
program.
She's always there. She calls out the best. She
Yes,
calls the best out of you.
yes, and she's very generous, very loving heart. So we, in this time, we'll also credit the person who's made all this possible, as Laura said, bringing me now to do the curfew lime. Um, Laura, you're having some issues there. Are you back with us?
Hmm.
Right, so we're back now. We just had a little technical difficulty. As you can appreciate, in this season, everybody is using their
What is
internet.
online?
Yes,
Yeah. Hmm.
everyone is online, so it's a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Laura, what are you doing? I want to say about your business. Well,
Uh-huh.
I haven't been to Guyana in years, so therefore I will not
Wow.
have been there since November. Um, I must say, I see you have your package plantain chips,
Yes.
right? But
The
let me tell you,
planting chip.
the one that really had me going was the barbecue. Now, when I
Oh.
saw that, I was like, that barbecue looking good.
Yes. very tasty, very sumptuous, irresistible. Yeah, the barbecue is grilled from scratch. So we grill the meat straight because our customers, they prefer. They say this is their review. They say they like when they crack the bone, they get that smoke flavor.
Oh,
So
nice. Woo.
yeah, so we try to our best to grill the chicken straight. So we put the meat on the grill and we grill it to perfection. And yeah, it's loved by many. It's loved by many. It's quite a frenzy. Yeah, we do the barbecue. We have the plantain chips and the cheese straws and other short crust pastries of
Okay.
a lot of many assorted pastries. So yeah, that's what we do. And we cater on a wide scale. We do curry, we do fried rice, we do cook up dal, puri, roti, all the chicken in style, pork, everything that you want. That's what we can do for you. That's because when people have their events, they come to us and they're like, okay, this is it. Sometimes we don't even have a menu idea, so we can plan a menu for them. And so we do an assortment of food. Food. So
Yeah.
I can remember this one time. I was hired to cater for a camp. It was a camp of 100 persons for 6 days, 1 week.
Wow.
So for 6 days, we had to be cooking a variety of food,
Mhm.
and it was a meal and a snack you had to prepare, and it was something else. Yeah, but I pulled it through, and that was one of my biggest deals, one of my biggest gigs that I've ever pulled off. And I can remember, like, approaching the event, and I was like, "Oh, girl, do you have it in you?" I'm like, "Listen, I'm gonna take this one day at a time."
Yes.
And I took it one day at a time, and I covered those 6 days, and I looked at myself and I was like, in awe, because one of the things that I call out and I found with myself from that camp that I catered for is that I am very precise when it comes to ingredients and measurements and everything. Because I had the numbers, I was able to. There wasn't a day when I hadn't enough boxes to cover everyone. There was enough food, and there wasn't a whole lot of food left over to waste or whatever. So I'm
Right.
precise when it comes to my average and everything else when it comes to catering. So
Very good. Good. You
yeah,
have it down to science.
yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
this
So
is
what
how
makes
I
you
this
think? Pardon?
this is how I know for a fact. This is where my gifting and my calling is. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. For sure. So we are in Barbados. We are on a 24-hour curfew right now because of the COVID. And
Yeah.
for you in Guyana, you said you're a 12-hour curfew.
Yes, our curfew just in 1 minute our curfew begins. Yeah, so we have the 12-hour curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Everyone needs to be indoors. Everything needs to be locked down, and just everything just stops. Every
Right.
business has to be shut. Everybody has to be in their houses. But we're trying our best to see how people are working with it. But yeah, that's our lockdown here,
Oh,
and it has me in this mode like, oh my, longer nights, shorter days, because the 12-hour day seems short, so short, and the night comes and I look at the time, it's 8 o'clock and I'm zonked, I'm tired. Because
mm-hmm.
one of the things that has happened, it has affected my business somewhat, because markets now that usually take products, um, some persons aren't, they're so afraid they aren't even opening up. So markets that are supposed to be taking products, have either not taken, or it has broken down, like, tremendously in the orders and whatever.
Right.
So even now I'm in the place brainstorming new ideas for business. And I think that's the spirit of the entrepreneur. Always tries to find possibilities where the problems arise. So
Yes.
I'm here in this process of brainstorming, and after this, I know I'm gonna come out bigger and better. I
Oh,
know
yes.
that for sure.
Yes, yes. This is the time that we have to spend working on fine tuning those ingredient amount or fine tuning that market, who we're going to go after
Yeah,
when we come back out, and
yeah,
how we're going to, what else we're going to add to that menu to go with those barbecue chicken and that type of
yeah,
stuff. How
hmm
do we let people remember that we are out there? Because that's the
yeah,
thing. You have to keep letting persons know we're out there. So I know you've been doing your lives. You're
Yes.
specialized, so persons will keep
Yeah.
seeing you, and those things are important.
Yeah. Because one thing I want to share with persons who may be looking and who are entrepreneurs and who may think that they're insignificant and they're small, or they just have an idea. One of the things that I'm learning is that we just need to keep communicating. We need to keep communicating with our audience. We need to keep telling people and selling the ideas that we have, telling people, and just keep establishing it with our mouth. Keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it, because that's how you keep the relevance of your business and keep the relevance of everything that you have to offer. So
Yes,
that's one of the things that I'm learning to do, is to communicate with my clients, communicate with my audience, keep communicating with them, and it's helping, because I hadn't gone live for almost 2 weeks, or around 9 days or something. Yeah, I was having some issues behind the scene, and I couldn't go live. I wasn't in the right frame, and I went in live today, and persons missed me. They were like, "Oh, where were you? We were looking for you." It's like, though sometimes I don't catch you live, I'm catching you on the replay. I still missed you, and glad to have you back. And persons keep DMing me and letting me know that, yeah, they're so. You have to realize that through this time, though everything may seem as though things are on lockdown, we're on curfew and whatever, persons are remembering you. Persons know your name, persons know what you're offering, and
yes,
you just need to know that you need to communicate. Find some way to communicate and let people know that you are okay. Let people know that you still have them at heart, and
yes,
just keep that vibe alive.
yes, yes. That's for sure. One of the things is that we we you mentioned that you couldn't come online because you weren't in a space. But even that, we're encouraged to come out, even if you just come on for a few seconds, to say that that we're not in a space that we can communicate very effectively right now. Yeah.
Deborah. It was like I was um I was really going through a time where I didn't feel like showing up, and I had all these things in my head, like saying, yeah, through coaching, you're you're told to be authentic and to be real, but it was a very emotional time for me, and me being real, I would have been crying on lives every day. So yeah, I wanted to be authentic, and I remember the teachings, and I had to really suck it up, because I said, listen, I'm not going to let another day pass and I don't show up for my audience. And I'm better, not better, super better, but I'm better
Mhm.
in a way that I can show up. And I was asking myself, showing up authentic and just being true and being real, and showing your true self, and making yourself vulnerable and
Mhm.
visible, and to give value. I was like, oh, should I go live to let people know that this is what's happening with me right now? And I so wanted, but I didn't feel like being vulnerable. I didn't feel like being vulnerable because it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff. But anyhow, I will let people know. I will let people know. I will be vulnerable about it. But I had to come to a place where like I think in training it is said that you should speak from your
Start
scars and
not.
your wound.
Mm.
Yeah, so I couldn't because I was going through my wounding period. So the scars are here now. Because I've healed. So I'll be able to talk about it in sometime in the near future. But I'm happy that I'm here right now, and I'm thinking about us and where we have come from. That now you're hosting the curfew line, and we're interacting. You're in Barbados, I'm in Guyana, and it's so free
Yes.
because Samantha helped to teach us this, to help us to be this bold woman and to just show up. And
Yes.
she's like, listen, she tells us to just show up however we are. Now, I don't have rattling in my throat. My heart isn't racing. I'm not sweating. Just such a smooth ordeal. And I feel so proud of you, and I feel so proud of myself that, we have arrived at this place.
Yes.
And persons are looking at us and they're like, oh, look at them, and they wish you could do this. And let me tell you, people, you can do it. And if
Yes.
you think you can, there's a coach by the name of Samantha Gooden that can help you. find yourself.
Yes, I must admit
Wow.
myself, I would say I'm pretty confident off screen, but I'm very self-conscious of what people think of me. So while I knew I had a voice and I wanted to let my voice be heard,
Yes.
I'm afraid that first negative that they heard would just send me scampering back into a place that I didn't want to be in. So I'd rather than not
Yeah.
show up. And after a
Sure.
while, I just pushed through and pushed through and pushed through and just showed up and showed up and showed up. And it's amazing because in all that showing up, it just you keep moving the goalposts, so you keep just getting better
Yes,
and better. And
indeed.
when the big things present itself, it's nothing,
Indeed.
right? Nothing. So I see you have a dog there they're giving you some competition.
Oh my, I think someone's passed. I'm sorry.
No, no,
And this
that's
is the thing
okay.
about being
That's
alive.
okay.
This is
That's
the thing
okay.
about being alive.
That's what makes it great because it brings the reality of what we're
Ah,
doing, right?
yeah.
We don't have the makeup and the filters and the noise
True.
reduction.
True.
We are
True. It's
bringing just who we are to people and let them
indeed.
know it's okay. You can do this just like this. It's okay.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
it's
And
okay.
one.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so because it's we gonna have I want us to get to the end before we have any more technical challenges. What have you been
Yeah.
doing for fun?
Fun. What have I been doing for fun? Sleeping. So ashamed. I am so ashamed. I have been sleeping.
No.
Because the nature of my job
Hmm.
is so much more hands-on and physical.
Hmm.
So now I find that I'm in this time where, okay, things have slowed down. So I find that I'm getting more rest.
That's
So
good.
I'm gonna get up and get on an exercise plan tomorrow. From tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna hit the tracks and do a little bit of jogging and get some endorphins pumping or something and not get into a lazy mode.
Right.
But I've been sleeping for fun. I've been doing some reading, and I am still in the process of learning because I have I don't know if you've ever heard about Brad Sugars. He's a billionaire, and he's the owner of a company called Action Coach.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So I think I'm gonna send you the link anyhow because right now he has a Survive and Thrive program on where entrepreneurs need to understand how to keep their businesses afloat through these times. And I'm gonna send you a link to that. So I'm in a process of learning. There's a training going on right now with him for 10 days. So I've gotten in 2 days because it's pre-recorded. So I have 2 days in already of the session. So I've been learning and applying and brainstorming and writing ideas. And one of the things that he's calling out strongly is to have a vision. So I'm working on getting my vision and everything navigated and streamlined for the future. So I'm still in the process of learning, though everything may be happening. I think I have more time. I have more time now to put in some more work. So that's how I've been passing time, and it's not so much fun, but the fun part is sleeping. So that's it.
That's one thing I've noticed in my interviews so far with all the you're all in entrepreneurs. We're all entrepreneurs, and when I ask about the fun part, what we've been listing as fun has actually been sort of just like our downtime of work, and not so much fun. But
Yes.
we have to try to find some fun, and I I I'm hoping that tonight I will be able to go back on the patio and have my tablet, watch a movie, and I have some popcorn, and I will sit
Oh.
out there and sit and watch a movie
Mm-hmm.
before I head in tonight.
And yes.
So
Uh-huh.
I did that a few nights ago, and it was really nice, and I'm hoping to be able
Wow.
to do that again. I know I have work to do. I have
Uh-huh.
some tasks that I had set myself to finish today. But we have to try to remember we have to just relax a bit,
Black
have a little bit of
indeed.
fun. So even if after I do the movie, I feel to go and do some more work, I think I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
and do the movie first. I'll do the
Nice.
movie before I do work later in the night.
think about it, I might go watch a movie myself. Thank you for that little tip. I think I might
Right,
do a movie myself.
right. And do it in a different way. You know, you can sit inside and watch it, or you could go
Mhm.
outside and pretend you're at the driving or something like that, and take
Yeah,
some little snack and something out there with
yeah.
you, so it will feel that you're somewhere on the outside.
Mhm,
Right?
mhm.
So we're gonna wrap
Nice,
up.
nice.
We're gonna wrap up now, and
Uh-huh.
I just think it. I just want to say it's been really awesome having you on and being part of the Curfew Live.
Yes.
I really do like the fact that I've been blessed with this idea because I get to meet and share with so many other entrepreneurs. I know some
Yeah.
people will be saying it's only women. Well, no, it's not only women. I will have a few men on when
Yeah, yeah.
what they.
Mhm.
Well, I know there's one who's waiting to come on, but he's so swamped right now with work
Yeah, yeah.
that
Uh-huh.
when he gets a break, I will definitely have him on. So any other entrepreneurs, or as I said before, anyone else who wants to come on, and Laura, if you know of anyone in your area who you think will want to come on, so that they can then use it to share about their company, promote their company, please just drop me a note and let me know. I'm not here.
Nice.
It's not a matter of payment. Everyone's probably wondering what marketing strategy this is. It's
Mhm.
just that I just want everyone during this time to have a good, positive outlook and prepare for the future and be always relevant
Yeah.
and coming and
Mhm.
telling our truths, because persons are going to sit there and think that, oh, we are making tons of money if we're not crying. But no,
Yes. True.
I have absolutely no income, zero income,
True.
right? I
Mhm.
have zero income, but I know that this is the time for me to grow my business. This is the time for me to pay attention to
Indeed.
my business, and
And
I have to
that's
do
it.
that. Hmm.
It's about the market awareness.
Yes,
It's about making the market more aware that we are here and we're here to serve in a
yes,
big way. And
yes,
one of the things that I would just like to just drop in before we go is that and the times when we feel as though the road isn't easy, or when it seems as though anything isn't making sense, what we're doing, we just need to keep pushing. We just need to keep pushing and not give up.
yes,
Keep pushing and not give up, because there are many days that I have been blank since this whole ordeal with everything that's going on globally. I've had many blank days, but I'm keep pushing, and allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling right
yes,
now, but just don't remain stuck.
yeah,
You just keep emotion, keep doing something
yeah,
every day. Try to do
yes.
something release. Well, for me, guess what I did today? I started a new campaign where I'm not allowing my laundry to bulk up.
Okay,
So I'm doing it a little bit at a time, and I cleaned all my shoes today. It
nice.
feels good cleaning all my shoes because there was a time when I only had one slipper, and
Hmm.
many people don't know, and then they would see a whole lot of shoes and they're like, okay. But there was a time when I only had one slipper,
Right.
and now I have many shoes. So I cleaned them today, and the rain beat them and soaked them good.
Can we have some of that rain, please? We need some rain here.
Yes. However, do something, do something that will add meaning to your life,
Yes.
something new. You can do a little bit of spring cleaning. Oh, and I'm packing up my clothes now. I'm folding clothes. So these are things, yes.
Yes.
I am not ashamed to share
Yeah.
that I'm graduating through. So in the time of the lockdown and the curfew, I'm seeing a little bit of myself, in a deeper way,
Hmm.
and I'm taking action. So this is what I'm gonna leave with you all. Ensure that you take some form of action.
Yes.
It's nice hanging out here on the curfew line with you guys.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hmm.
And to add on, to follow up on what you just shared, you can go and do some YouTube channels. I did some decluttering. I learned some decluttering tips on some YouTube channels. I now
Wow.
fold my clothes in a particular way that I don't have to be searching through
Excuse me.
to find stuff. When I open the drawer, I can see everything there because of the techniques that I
Ooh,
learned in one of those programs. So go ahead,
I need
check
that.
out. Yes,
I need that. I need
check
that.
out decluttering on YouTube. I can't remember. It's the Conde way, or the
Hmm.
Conde some special way of folding your clothes
Wait.
and the way in
Yeah.
which you declutter and you give away some stuff and that type of stuff. So it's been really, really a great program. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Miss Laura, for being on the curfew line. We're out of
Thank you for
here.
having me.
Have
Yeah.
continue to enjoy your day.
Bye.
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 Bye.